Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Ladies and gentlemen, I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day because things are going relatively well for the colony. Aside from the fact that we're not generating enough electricity, oxygen. We're not generating enough oxygen and we need to do something about that. So what we really need to be doing is going ahead and getting ourselves the electrolyzers running. The problem is, electrolyzers are gonna generate a lot, and oh boy do I mean lots, a whole lot of hydrogen. And we don't want hydrogen. We don't want anything to do with hydrogen. We want to steer clear of hydrogen because if we don't, it's gonna fill up the base. How do I know this? I've been playing some of this game off camera, not this save specifically, but some of this game off camera, and I lost a colony due to the fact that we couldn't deal with the hydrogen. How do we deal with the hydrogen? You might be asking, well, we need advanced filtration because that's going to get us gas filters. Now, that's really important because gas filters are going to let us grab the hydrogen and say, hey, you're not sticking around anymore. We're getting rid of you. So basically what we do is we will set up some gas pumps using, well, we've got gas pumps. We run the gas that it picks up through gas pipes into the filter. The filter has two outputs, one of which is the product that you want to extract from the air, which will be hydrogen. The other one will be just a general output to everything. So what we're going to need to do is basically build a hydrogen room. We need to get space to dump the hydrogen, which is going to be in here, in theory, anyway. Now, if we go ahead and go to tiles and we go to here, what we want to do is, for the start, cancel that. We want to deconstruct this, and we want to go to tiles and put some tiles up there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and say that we want to change some of the priorities around here because I want this done quickly. So I want this to be priority 8 up there, and then this to be priority 7 down here, and then the walls and everything around it to be priority number, I'm gonna say, no, I'll say 6 for the time being. Just priority 6 on all of that to get it done nice and quickly. So there we go. That's the plan. We're gonna get that all mined out. It's hopefully gonna do some good stuff. Obviously, we're still working on digging out this this thing over here, which is gonna have some issues because that's gonna break soon. So we are gonna have a lot of contaminated water flowing down into this pit, which I'm not necessarily okay with, but there's not a lot we can do about that, so it's just going to have to be what it is, which is, frankly, a complete mess, but I'm sincerely hoping that we can make this work. I am sincerely hoping that we can make this work, because if we can hopefully get advanced filtration quickly, which is what we need it quickly, although admittedly there is a lot of algae over here. What if we went to cancel just all of that? We deconstruct all of that and we make this this pit over here a little bit bigger. Like if we go for sort of that size instead of the size that we currently have, we can deconstruct that. We can say, hey, mine all of that out. That should work, right? Especially if we run a ladder up through there. We can get to all of the algae that's in that space, which I think is going to be really important. So I want to go prioritize all of that work, because I think that's going to be really important. So that's going to be priority 9. Nothing in there is priority 9. I think the ladder in there is currently priority 9. Yeah, there is some priority 9 work in there, which is okay. But I think having this over here be priority 9 instead is going to be important. So I want to lower the priority of some of the stuff in here. This is going to become priority number 8 instead of 9. So that's all going to be priority 8 around there. That has now broken, which is causing a lot of this water to fall in there, but that's okay. These guys are heading over to start doing the work I want them to do, which is beautiful. Let me just get a tile in there so that's not lying open like that. This is a race against the clock, though. That's the thing. This is absolutely a race against time, because if this isn't done quick enough, what's going to happen is we're going to find ourselves in a situation where we are out of oxygen regardless of what we try to do, because there's not a lot of oxygen down here at the moment. There's not a lot of oxygen there at all. So what I'm going to do for a start is give a priority 9 job to mop up the floors, because they're filthy. But then when that's done, they'll go back to working on all of this. And we need them to work on this. We desperately need that algae. because that's going to be our last little bunch of algae before we get the electrolyzers up and running. In theory, I should say. That is just in theory, assuming we can actually make this work. Because it is after all algae that is the big problem, as well as the fact that we accidentally disconnected this bit over here. But that can be fixed just like so. So the cleaning looks to be done for the most part. We are still mining down here, which is fine. Horatio has fallen asleep, which is fair enough. He's getting some oxygen there. Enjoy, buddy. He's off to bed, I assume, which is totally fine. Oxygen is becoming a problem, though. Like, as you can see in here, there's just not enough of it in a lot of these rooms. So hopefully we can do something about that. I wonder if an algae terrarium would be another idea. Like, if we got another couple of those, because those don't seem to run out. At least it seems that way. It seems like the algae terrariums don't run out. Like, they never seem to be filled. They just seem to need water. I don't know. I don't know if that's actually true. I don't know if I'm just imagining it, but they seem to sort of work. So maybe we'll get some of those in the go. Either way, we are getting closer and closer to the algae every time we come over here to mine. We're getting through granite. We're going through everything here just to get down to what we need. And I hope it works. I really hope this works out. They are just taking a really long time to do it, and that's the problem. Over here we've got, what's that? That's chlorine? The hell would we do with chlorine? I've actually got no idea what that's for. So I've never experienced like chlorine. I've never had any need for it. Although it does seem to be in places where there's like bleach stone. So I wonder if that's what it does, if it like just bleaches the stone around it. I have no idea. We'll find out eventually, hopefully. Hopefully one day. But this is getting to be real scary over here. The fact that there's just no oxygen. There's just carbon dioxide in there and nothing else at the moment. That is really worrying. We do need to get that sorted. It looks like we're getting done into the algae though. So that's nice. Why did I set the walls as a top priority? That seems kind of silly. I feel like the walls should be priority 8, to be honest. And I feel like the mining around it should be priority 8 as well. We have a little bit of algae going, so let's just get the ladder done. We have oxygen being produced, which is good. Let me get a nice high priority mopping job as well, because this place is filthy. So we'll get that done. We have oxygen production, which is good. Looks like a bit of mining's been done in there, which is also good. And it looks like we're getting there. We're definitely getting there with this. It's just going to take time. That's really the gist of it. It is just going to take time, and time, annoyingly, isn't something we have a lot of. That's the thing. That's the really big catch here. We don't have a lot of time. Because the longer we take, the more algae and oxygen we're going to consume. And we really do have sort of a finite amount of it. I mean, yes, I can, as I've said before, go and get that. I can go and get that. There's a lot of it sort of around us, but it's becoming more and more of a pain to go and get it. And I'd really like to get to a point where we don't have to go and get it. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get to that point. So let me get to priorities. Let me set that to be a nice high priority thing there. So that can be done. It looks like we're getting through this really quickly. Which we are, admittedly. We are getting through that pretty quickly. We don't want another duplicate, so reject all of them, please. We do need to make sure this is all nice and clear around here, which it seems to be. This bit of cable over here really needs to be done. Like, really needs to be done. Also, that is not generating anything at the moment. Why is that not generating anything? It's awaiting algae. Oh, boy. Oh, we're going through it so quickly. How's research looking? Research is getting there. Once we have advanced filtration, we'll be okay. I just want it before we start building the electrolyzers. Honestly, once we have it, we're fine. We just really need it first. That's the catch. Like, I don't feel comfortable with the electrolyzers until we have advanced filtration. Now, with that said, I will... No, I won't up the priority of anything yet. We're not doing it yet. We've almost got advanced filtration. We are also going to want to go straight for power regulation and combustion because we can eventually filter all of the hydrogen into a hydrogen generator. Which means that the only thing we need to keep a track of, really, is water. We need to make sure we're filtering water, which will be totally okay because there's plenty of it over here. So once we get the electrolyzers up and running, what happens is... Hold on, what is this? What were the two notifications there? We got the refrigerator, that's fine. Yeah, once we get the electrolyzers up and running, we're going to filter the hydrogen into this room, basically. And from there, we are, I guess, going to be able to eventually pull it out of that room and into a hydrogen generator. That's the hope, anyway. Whether or not that works, I don't know. But that's what I want to do. I also want to go to hit 1 here, go to tile, and bring some tiles over like this. Just so we can clear all that space out. Do that. Cancel those bits. And I guess maybe go and mine all of that as well. Let's give that a pretty high priority mining job, I think. Someone's lashing out. What are you breaking? What are you breaking? What are you breaking? You better not be. You're breaking... You're seriously breaking oxygen production! Otto, come on! That's ridiculous! We just worked so hard to get that! That's honestly ridiculous. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. That's so dumb. That is so dumb. Man, I'm not okay with that. What are we working on at the moment? We're working on this place? That's fine. That's going to be the hydrogen room. Speaking of which, we're very close. I think we are also out of algae again. Which is kind of scary. This place is slowly coming together. Can I up the priority of all of this? Because I feel like it needs to be pretty high priority in here. Just everything there. Make that a really high priority, please. Bring this to priority 8 in here. So something like that. So we'll get that done. So that's all getting done. That's fine. We're close enough to getting the filters that I feel fairly comfortable in saying that priority 9 needs to go on to this right here. I want to cancel that algae thing and cancel that. I want to maybe cancel those as well. And then I want to go to plumbing. I want to make sure we have the liquid pipes running into these, which we do. We have power going into it as well, which is good. Electrical wire running into that one as well. So there we go. So those are going to be getting up and running fairly soon. If we go back to priority and we go to here, we've got priority 9 on all of those. Priority 9 needs to be on that. And priority 9 needs to be on that. So we'll get that done. This all in here needs to be coming up to be priority 9 as well. I want to get that all finished. Nice and quickly. But I think we're getting there. Yes, we are now out of algae. But I think we've run out of algae at a pretty okay time. Because we're about to get the research that's going to let me filter air and then dump that air into this space in here. Even if this room isn't done, I'm not worried. We're going to filter the air anyway. I also want to go to mopping and say priority 9 mop job for all of that. If you wouldn't mind, lads. Let's just get that all done. Right, the electrolyzer's up and running. Well, it's not running, but it's up, I guess. This one will go up fairly soon, I hope. Everybody's, of course, cleaning the place, which is the priority thing. Oxygen is already becoming an issue, though, which is kind of scary. I think we're going to get a temporary manual airlock over there. Because there's a lot of air and carbon dioxide coming through there, I think. So let's just set that to be a high priority thing as well. Right, so that's up and running. The liquid pump isn't, which is a concern. We also don't have any way of pumping the water up to this thing yet. We haven't figured that out. So I guess we can do that. We can say, hey, here's a liquid pump there. Oh, we just got the research. Beautiful. Right, go straight for power regulation. Absolutely straight for power regulation. Run the pump down to here. Run it up through all of that. then it needs to go in there. So the pump's going to go like, or the pipes are going to go like this. Then this pipe is going to come out. And it's going to go over here. Then back down, and it's going to run the whole way over to there. Oh, it doesn't need to go that far, does it? Because the pipes, or the pump is right down there. Although that pump is... Oh, this doesn't need to go over there, does it? I guess it can. We can cancel that. That's fine. We can run that over to there, because what we'll do is we're putting the liquid vent there. And that's where the water gets dumped into. So that's fine. So that's the clean water going into this tank, which is what we want to do. Okay. That makes things interesting. We need a liquid filter. Can sieve one selected liquid out. No, we don't really need that. That's totally fine. Right, we have the gas filter, we have the gas pumps. So the gas filter... Now this gas filter really can go anywhere. That's the thing with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have the gas filters go... I kind of want both of these rooms to be for hydrogen. But the gas filter, because I want to make sure that this is getting done properly, I want the gas filter to go with the input on the left side. No, actually, because the electrolyzers are there, it's probably going to be easier to have it here. Because the green arrow is the input, so that's where all of the gases come in. The red one is the general purpose output, so that's where... that's where the filtered gas goes, so that's where the hydrogen's going to come out. Then the white arrow is the general purpose one. So we'll do it that way, and we're going to rotate, and we're going to do it that way, so that they can be flipped. Now, what I'm going to do with those is have the... the gas pumps need to go there, and need to go there, which for some reason I can't do. Oh, it's because those are in the way. Right, deconstruct those. Get those deconstructed quick as you can, and put the gas pump up there. So that is going to be set up in such a way that the gas pipe from the pump goes up, goes across, goes down, and into there. And that's fine. Then from this one goes up, goes across, goes down, and into there. Like that. Now those are gas pipes. Those can overlay the other ones. Then the white is general output. So those are going to merge together like that. And then I want to run these up like this. And I want to put some gas pipe bridges. Oh, I can't do one there. That's a pain. I can't do one there either. Okay. That's definitely a pain. Maybe the white lines don't merge. Although they're probably going to need to. Right. We'll continue these gas pipes up then. Because what I'll do is have them split and go over like this a little bit. And go to there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's fine. So over to there and done. Then we want a similar thing going up like this, going across, going to there and down, going across into there and down. So what we're going to do is we're going to put gas vents on those bits. So that's where the clean air is going to go. I hope I haven't set this up wrong. Oh, I hope, because I'm just going to be filtering hydrogen into all of this space, and that would be a disaster. What we'll then do is have the gas vents come down like this as well. Just like that. And that should be fine. So that's going to be oxygen getting pumped into all of the floors, which I think is probably a good thing. It might be an idea to put it low, but I think we'll be all right with it there. Then what we'll do is we're going to have this come out like that, come out like that. And it's going to just feed... I kind of want to take it right over to the corner of the rooms so that it's nowhere near the door. So I want it to feed up like this. And over to that point. We'll fix that little kink in a second. Bring this up like this and over to that point. And then a gas vent. We need raw metal for this. That's not good at all. Cancel that. Gas pipes go there. Right, so we need raw metal. So we need something like copper. That's fine. We can go and get copper. Let's get a priority 9 mining job for copper. And let's go get some. That should be totally fine. We'll go and grab all of that copper. There we go. Right. Now that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work that we want them to do there. But if we can do this, we're going to be all right. We also probably want to deconstruct that. Come on, let's get these electrolyzers up and running. Let's get this done. Let's also get the copper, but we'll get this done as well. Right, we just got something for oxygen? Oh, I think it's going to be telling me we've got a lot of things because we are slowly getting the materials to do different things. So that's fine. We'll not worry too much about it. People are struggling though. They are struggling with oxygen. Come on, let's get this done. Let's not fail miserably here. Let's also give them a priority thing to not priority, hit G and go to mining, and I want them to mine that out. I also kind of want them to mine out some of the stuff in here. So mine all that out. Someone's suffocating. Why are you suffocating? You're fine. Yeah, there's a bit of suffocation going on. But we're so close to being okay here. We just need this to get done, and that bit of pipe. Which for some reason, I'm not sure why they're not doing that. I guess that's all priority 9 as well. Bring that down to priority 8, please. That's all priority 8. That's all priority 8. That's fine. Just get those pipes done. And just get the pump done. As well as the pump, though, we are going to need power. Almost forgot about that. Electrical wire needs to run like this, needs to run like that, and needs to run up to there. So connect that all up. Prioritize, obviously, priority 9. Get it done. Come on. We're so close to generating more oxygen. We are so painfully close, but they're just not doing it. I need them to. I desperately need them to. I don't want them to die here. That's the thing. We are just painfully close to getting this. Let me open this. Let me force that to be open. Right, so they're doing this. This is good. That's the pump going in. Someone was suffocating there. There is oxygen in the bedroom, which is good. So they might be okay. Nadia is having a bad time. I think this will be the last night that has oxygen in that bedroom if they're not quick. Like, if they don't quickly get this done, they are gonna keel over from lack of oxygen. But I think we'll be okay. I genuinely... I do think we'll be alright on this. Because the pump's going in, then it's just the cables, which are getting their materials delivered at the minute. There's a bit of oxygen in there, so they're not going to have to go too far. Right, the pump's in. The pipes and the wires just have to go in, and then we're done, and then that's going to be running. There's 4 bits of wire, come on! Get it built, come on, that's not going to take that much. That doesn't take that much. Come on, Horatio, you got this. Or you're going to vomit, that's good too. Right, so that's now running, which means these should start generating, oh, come on, tell me that's working. Tell me that's working. Pipes. Right, yeah, there is contaminated water coming along. A considerable amount of contaminated water at that. Which isn't ideal. But that's okay. They're making... there's the hydrogen. Okay, I have to imagine the hydrogen might come from the contaminated water. But that's fine. We're doing the work that needs to be done. Let me go to plumbing. Let me get these gas vents in here. Let's hopefully get those installed nice and quickly. But I think what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to just up the priority of all of the piping construction, which is going to be a nightmare, admittedly, but we need to do it. Because if we don't, then we have some pretty big issues. So that all needs to be upped in priority. That all needs to be upped in priority. That needs to be upped in priority. That as well. That needs to be higher priority. As does all of the pipe. Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't realize just how much work we had to do. I really didn't. And it's kind of got me worried. Because it all needs to be high priority. Like the water needs to be high priority, or we're going to go through it so quickly. The pipes, the gas pipes need to be high priority. Get it done, everybody. Quickly does it. That hydrogen's going to be around for a while if you don't get it done quickly. I think we have the materials to do it. I'm pretty sure we have the materials to do it. We might have some issues with electricity generation, though. That's my biggest concern at the moment. That is definitely a pretty major thing, pretty major worry. But I think we can do this. Oh, this is done. Jesus, that was quick. Okay, that's a start. It's definitely a start. We're getting there with power regulation. Research is a bit of a pain because they can't breathe when they're doing it. So, I mean, I'll forgive them for that. I can definitely forgive them for, you know, not doing that. The vents, some of the vents are already in, which is great. I can definitely get behind that. These are already in. These need power, of course. A lot of things here that I'm putting in need power, and I haven't connected them up yet, which is actually a major concern. 240. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we are going to need more power. We are going to need a lot more power, which is actually a kind of a pain, really, because there's not really any reasonable way we can generate that much. Now, what do? You filter contaminated oxygen. I want to get rid of you, because we are going to need more manual generators. We are definitely going to need more manual generators, so we'll get 2 of them, and we'll hope that that's enough. The priority on those needs to be quite high as well, as does the priority on the cable connecting them to the grid. They generate 400 each, so 2 more of those should be enough for the time being. Obviously, up the priority on those as well. So hopefully we can get this all done. We have got oxygen production. We are producing enough oxygen. It really is just a case of getting the filters all set up. That's really the gist of it, is getting the filters done so that the hydrogen doesn't take over the base. Because if it does, we're ever so slightly screwed. Basically, we're also missing raw metal, so we need to go get more of that. Which no one's currently doing, because they're all pains in the butt. Connect that up as well, and make that a priority 9 job. There we go. Yeah, they're getting it done. They're definitely getting it done. It's just really gonna take a while. It really is. But I'm hoping we're gonna be okay. Someone was lashing out there. We've got 2 broken batteries at the moment. Let's get those repaired, please. Which is a pretty high priority job as well, but we should be okay. Same with this mopping job, actually. Let's try and get that done quick as we can. It's a bit of a pain at the moment that power generation does break down overnight. I'm really not a huge fan of that. But there's not a lot we can do about it until we get the hydrogen thing, and we are still pretty far off of that because research isn't being done. Because we need dirt to go into the research thing to get research done, and also when it doesn't have power, nothing gets done either. So hopefully we can make this work. I mean, if they get back on the back in the old runner. Back in the old manual generator, we'll be all right. But I'm really concerned about the hydrogen. Like, that really makes me nervous. I'm not a huge fan of the potential for the hydrogen to take over the base. That really does make me nervous. Can I maybe bring the priority of all of this down a little bit? Like, if I say that's going to be priority 8 instead of 9, I feel like that's probably a good thing to do. Same with this. I know we do need that to be done, but I think the gases are going to be the major concern. And I'm pretty sure we can do this. I mean, this one here is, it's not pumping because there's nothing to currently pump. But when it's connected and everything, it'll get going. Interestingly, I think the hydrogen might be linked to... Oh god, actually I've just noticed how much it's already filling the place up. We probably don't want another duplicant at the moment. Reject all. And that'll be fine. Someone's lashing out. Oh, for God's sake, Woodrow! Stop! I know you're stressed, mate, but stop! You just broke a battery and then went back to generating power, you fecking idiot! Will not swear at him, he doesn't know any better. He's still a fecking idiot, though. Through and through. That's what I think of Woodrow. Just a complete idiot. At least that's getting repaired, though. We're close to having this gas system sorted. It's just proving to be such a pain in the butt right now. Okay, the systems seem to be working, which is particularly interesting. The gas pumps are pulling in hydrogen. The hydrogen's being filtered out into these rooms down here. Admittedly, that's only going to work for so long before these rooms reach their maximum sort of pressure. But at that point, we can just expand the rooms downwards, which, to be honest, I'm going to do anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here with a tile like this, and we're going to build it up to there. We're going to do the same over here with tiles right over to there. And then we're going to put some doors there and there with manual airlocks like that. And eventually we'll go ahead and just deconstruct this this floor, and that'll expand the capacity for the hydrogen tanks. Then eventually what we can do is we can put other pumps into these rooms, which are going to feed the hydrogen into a hydrogen generator, which is going to be excellent. Now, obviously, we have a lot of hydrogen up in the upper parts of the base at the moment, which is less than ideal, but we'll get that sorted. Eventually, we're going to be all right here. Now, I want to bring the priority of those up a little bit so we can start filtering some oxygen into these spaces. There is still a lot of stuff to be done. But the good news, the excellent news, is that we are in a position where oxygen is being generated, albeit not a lot of it, but it is being generated. So that's progress, basically. That's what I'm getting at. We're not in an ideal situation. We are still producing a lot of hydrogen, but we're getting there. We're probably gonna want another gas pump up here, maybe just one of them, to filter some hydrogen down into things, but we'll see what happens. After all, a lot of hydrogen is coming into these spaces at the moment. We are now pumping oxygen into the bedroom, which is excellent news. Some people are gonna be able to sleep the night through without suffocating. Although I do really want to go to prioritize this and get this this all mined out nice and quickly, because these rooms really do need some attention. Now, obviously, every time we open those doors, we're going to be releasing some hydrogen, but hopefully that'll get picked up by the pumps. Hopefully, we'll see. And I do want to go ahead very quickly as well and get a nice high priority mopping job going here, just to clean everything up. It's a bit of a mess, and I think it needs it. And hopefully it'll do some good stuff. I mean, like I said, oxygen is being filtered into the bedroom. Once we get the hydrogen generator, things are going to be better. But power regulation is taking a long time to research. I think that's going to be because of a combination of things. But it is taking a very long time to research. For God's sake, Woodrow and Otto are just constantly beating the everything out of these batteries. Do we not have better batteries? No, we got tiny batteries, and we have these batteries, but we can't do anything with them yet because we don't have them. So that's fine. We probably don't want another duplicant just yet. Once we sort the oxygen situation, we'll get more. Once we sort the filtration and all that of the gases, we'll get more. But for the time being, we can barely stop people from vomiting because of stress. Everyone that we have is like maxed out on stress right now. Yeah, Sybil's the only one that isn't. She's at 95%. So, yeah, they're not having a great time. Can we go to prioritize and make sure that the power generation is at priority 9, please? Because it really should be. Let's also get rid of that thing because I don't think we need it anymore. We could probably move the air scrubbers as well, whatever they are, these things. Air deodorizers. What do they do? I've completely forgotten. They filter contaminated oxygen. Now that stuff lays pretty low. If anything, I feel like we need one in there. I don't think we need it up there because they're never up there. Like, there's never really any contaminated oxygen up there anymore. There is there. We definitely could use them up here, and we do have one up there. But yeah, I think for the most part, I think we're getting there, to be honest. Like, I think things are coming along. These rooms here are nearly done. Obviously, they have to keep running out of there because what's happening is they're just getting wrecked, really. They're just not having a great time. There's too much hydrogen. Mozzarella, for example, they're trying to get a small gasp of air, which he did manage to do. I am also thinking it might be an idea to get another... It might be an idea to get another pump in here. Because we could do it. Like I said, we're going to need one up here, which I think I might do. Because that's sort of the one place that hydrogen has to escape, isn't it? It can sort of escape straight up that central shaft there. So if we were to go to plumbing and get a gas pump, yeah, we can sort of throw one there. It's just how are we going to connect it up? That's the problem. It would have to come right down here and into there. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. There's very little hydrogen going there, though. And quite a bit of oxygen being circulated around, which is nice. I do quite like the way that's going. Get a bit of oxygen down here as well. Let's see. Let's sort some priorities and see what we got going. I think I want to bring this all down to like a priority 7 in here. Priority 7's fine. Priority 9 on all of this, I think is a good idea. So that we can get the water production and all that going. Also some spaces for people to eat. Pretty good idea. Some lights, we're going to hold off on those, even though I think the lights are actually being done at the moment. Yeah, the lights are being switched on because we've got all that stuff going. That's fine. We'll not worry too much about it. Oh, you're breaking... Oh, for God's sake, stop breaking the battery. I get it. You're stressed. You don't have to break the battery. Like, your life... That's like being on life support, getting in a bad mood and going, you know what? I'm sick of all of you. I'm turning... That's a really dark joke. I'm sorry. But it's like getting in a bad mood with someone and turning off your own life support. Or theirs. It's literally the same thing. It's like being on life support with your best mate, getting in a bad mood and pulling the plug on both of them. Not that you're going to be on life support and conscious. Well, you can be, I think. I had a relative was on life support and briefly conscious. Yeah, we'll not go into that. The point is, with that dark joke aside, the point is, it's dumb. Much like the joke itself. I think we can all agree on that. Anyway, moving on a little bit. Just a little bit. I think things are going okay. I don't want to be like, yo, things are going well, and then come back next time and like everyone's dead. That's the last thing I want to do. But other than the chronic vomiting, I mean, the bedroom has oxygen. We have hydrogen in these rooms here. We are working towards power regulation. Now, the issue, of course, is that these gas vents are getting overpressurized, which is a little bit worrying. Now, Woodrow's breaking that. Of course he is. Thanks for that, Woodrow. You can go fix that, mate. Or don't. I mean, that's fine too. Don't go fix it. Do whatever. You do you, Woodrow. I would really appreciate it if you fixed that, though. But sure, whatever. I'm a little bit worried about when these vents down here will become overpressurized. I'm also realizing that this space in here isn't going to be getting oxygen, which is a bit of a concern. But I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be okay. What I would like to do is give a dig order and a high priority one at that for this space in here, so we can get that all dug out nice and quickly. In fact, can I just go to prioritize and say, just get all that done? Because it might be the situation that we get these spaces finished before we get the hydrogen generator, because that's still a while away. That's still a considerable while away. So I guess we'll see what happens. We're out of power again, which is concerning. Still a bit of hydrogen floating about in the base. Still people having trouble breathing at night. I'm really wanting to fix this. That's the thing. I'm really wanting to make this work. I want to get us to the point where they're not stressed anymore, where they're not miserable anymore, where they don't feel like garbage anymore. I want them to be happy, and I'm determined to get us there. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to get a massage table, and I'm going to get 2 of them there. And I'm going to set those to be like high priority. Because I think that's going to be a good idea. So let's go high priority on that. And let's maybe also go ahead and get ourselves oxygen. Oh, no, sorry, plumbing. Let's get ourselves a gas vent over there. And let me get a gas vent over there. Because these floors down here are two that really suffer with the hydrogen problem. So let's do this. And let's do this. And we could... we could probably get away with putting another gas pump over here if we had the space for it, which we sort of do there, but we don't. I don't know if I want to do that. Do I want to do that? Probably not. We probably don't need it. But at the same time, it probably wouldn't hurt, is the thing. So, yeah, let's get some gas pumps in there, just sort of like that. And I do sort of want to throw one up there as well. Like just to solve the hydrogen problem that we're having in all this space. We could put one in there, but that's probably a waste. Yeah, no, I probably don't want to overdo it. That's the thing. Let's just go with the gas pipes and bring this gas pipe down into the floor and across to there. And bring this one over like this and up to there. Then, of course, we need to get power to these things. Now these, I'm not going to prioritize these because I don't really think we need to. I think these will be done eventually. The massage tables, I absolutely want to get prioritized. The rest of it, not so much. I'm not that concerned about the rest of it. I would like this all to be done, of course. Because that's going to be an expansion of the hydrogen storage tanks. I realize that's what they are as well. We have our contaminated water storage, we have our pure water storage, well, pure, and we have our hydrogen storage. Like, we have these massive tanks right here, which are just ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Let me go ahead and lock this door open. Because we might as well. Same with this one, that's going to be locked open as well. Oxygen's looking good, though. I'm actually feeling pretty good about all of this. Oxygen is pushing up against the hydrogen, which is nice. It's just, what are we going to do about the hydrogen when it fills these rooms? Are we going to have these new rooms done in time? That's the big question. Oh, also, this pump needs to get working. Let's go electrical wire. Let's go bring it down here. And over like that. That is going to be high priority. Because that does need to be done. And then that's going to connect it to everything, which means this should get working, right? In theory, that should be able to work relatively well. I'm really tempted to get another duplicate, just so we can do more work. I think I'll take one more. I want to clean that all up first, though. Clean all that up. Go to furniture. Let's get some cots and put them in there. We'll get 5 of them. Oh, we'll get 7 of them. Whatever. We'll get 7 of them. Prioritize all of that nice and highly. And take one more duplicate. This is going to be 11. So we have Virgil, Yvette, and May. May is a mouth breather, so that's out. You have a small bladder, but you're naturally robust. You're amphibious and an early bird, but you're gastrophobic, which means you won't eat, you won't cook, and you are not at all athletic. But you know what, Virgil? We'll take you. You've got a nice hairstyle, and that's what counts. Immediately you come out and you start cleaning up vomit. And then, of course, Sybil comes in and vomits all over the floor that you're cleaning. That was amazing. That was the best thing. Oh my god. I'm really worried about these tanks. I really, really am. I think we'll be okay. It's just, I'm a little bit nervous. I guess that's what I can say. I'm a little bit nervous about getting this all done. Because it does need to be done fairly quickly. Because more and more spaces are getting to the point where they are like full. They're at capacity in terms of how much gas they can hold. Right, so I realize Virgil does have a bed. That's not bad. So he's got a bed. He can sleep in there next to the filters and all that. Not the filters, the ventilation. This is good though. I like this. I'm really liking this. I'm also thinking that it might be an idea to, you know what? I'm gonna close these doors. Or not close them. I'm going to set them to automatic. And then set this one to automatic as well. Then I want to hold these ones open. Because those are two of the most commonly used doors. And I feel like oxygen flowing through there is going to be better than oxygen like flowing through here. Because we're going to get some hydrogen going into these hallways as well. Oh, this is being done as well. Good. This one's going to be the first one that gets expanded, I guess. Because we're almost at the point where that's a possibility. So we'll get that sorted. Research is at 9 of 20. Research is still not really getting done. Which is kind of a pain. I might have to expand the vents a little bit. I might have to get like a vent over here just to get some oxygen into the research thing. But we'll see. There's another broken battery. Which is great. We are generating power for no bloody reason. Gotta love that. Just absolutely got to love that. It's my favorite thing. If we can get this last tile done, we're going to have a sealed room here. Which means we can go ahead and break this. Which is going to be excellent news. What are you doing? Okay, apparently you're doing nothing. That's up and running. We've actually got water being funneled into here. Which is good. We need more of it. We definitely need more of it. Because there is not enough. Or we need to move the tank. No, not the tank, the pump. But we'll see. Hopefully that ends up working. I guess, again, once everything gets automated, we should be fine. Let me go ahead and set this door to automatic. And let me deconstruct that ceiling. Because that's going to let the hydrogen flow into there a little bit better. Honestly, this ceiling can probably be deconstructed as well. And then we'll just set this door to automatic too. So, automatic. Get that all deconstructed. Mozzarella, you better not get stuck there. You're still working, which makes me think you're stuck. Mozzarella, you need to get out of there, buddy. You really need to get out of there. Go on. Go on. Get lost. Get lost. There you go. Good. Right. So we have these two giant hydrogen tanks. Which is ridiculous. These airlocks here are going to be set to closed. Just forever. We are never going to open those. And eventually, ideally, we would never need to open the hydrogen tanks either. That's something I'd like to get to. I'd also like to up the priority of these, or at least this, so I can get the, and that as well. Just so I can get the ladders up there. And maybe one day we'll get to mining all of that out. Either way, ladies and gents, I'm gonna leave it there for today. We have an interesting setup here. We have the giant hydrogen tanks. We have some water being pumped into this tank. Not enough, but we have some going in. We have, well, hopefully soon. Hold on, have I closed this permanently? I don't know if I have. So that's set to automatic. I don't know if I don't think I did close that permanently. I'm not really sure why they're using it. Or not using it, rather. Right, you're finally getting to that. But I kind of want this water to flow through so this pump can get back to working. That's kind of what I'm going for. There we go. That's what I want to see. A little bit of work being done on this side. And up there as well, apparently. Okay. Well, like I said, ladies and gents, I am going to leave it there for today. Things are going relatively well for the Nerdosoft space program. I think it's fair to say that we have taken an interesting situation. It's, you know, the whole lack of oxygen thing. And we've really made it our own. That's what I'm going to say we've done. We have made it our own. Because... Hold on, who's suffocating? You're suffocating. You're all right there. All right, Horatio, you okay? Why are you not going for oxygen? Horatio, go for oxygen. That door was locked. I accidentally... Oh, I set it to closed. I'm so sorry, Horatio. You're all right though, buddy, okay? You're gonna be okay. Can't believe I locked him in there. Man, that was close. That was good thing. Good thing I did that thing where I say an episode's over and then it's not over. Because if it didn't, I would have never noticed and Horatio would have died. Either way, ladies and gents, like I said, that's going to be it for today. So thank you kind of for watching. This has been Oxygen Not Included Part 4. I did say on Twitter recently I was going to cut videos down to be less than like 35 minutes long, but this one is... this one and the previous one, I guess, are exceptions, I suppose. But yeah, I think in the future, I am going to try and make these episodes a little bit shorter. It's just this one was very much involved. This one had a lot of like trying to make things desperately work, and I think we've got there. So next episode should be a little bit shorter, hopefully. Don't hold me to it. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you, Ken, for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!